Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Myron, and I got PJ with me.
How's it going?
Hey, we're headed down. I'm gonna put you on my phone holder thingy. There we go. Let's do that. We're heading down to our latest acquisition. It's a subto in Montgomery, Texas, and I put a post out last night. I think, yeah, I put a post out last night that said, "Who wants to come to Houston with me?" And PJ, what city do you live in?
I live in Fort Worth.
PJ lives in Fort Worth, and he drove 40 minutes to meet me this morning at 7:30. We have about two and a half hours left to go on the trip, and I'm like, hey, let's just jump in the truck. Let's go down there. We're gonna get the locks changed. Put out a couple bandit signs. I don't know if we're gonna see the agent or not, but I hope so. I'd love to talk to the agent and do some content with him really quick. So we had a buyer on this deal wanting to assign it, and the buyer backed out at the last minute. The day before closing, the buyer backed out, and so I got on the horn. I got somebody to lend us the money so that we could close it. And we just got that closed 2 days ago. And now we're on our way down to go check it out. I've made a couple reels about it. It's a brand new house. I think the guy, it's been lived in for about 6 months, and that's it. So I'm gonna do a couple videos while we're there, and show you guys the neighborhood, show you guys the house, and hopefully y'all can ask questions and see what we have going on. So PJ, I wanna highlight PJ a little bit. PJ, what is your Instagram? So when people watch this, they can go follow you.
My Instagram is PJ_O'Neil11.
PJ_O'Neil11.
ONEILL.
Okay, got it. And how long have you been in real estate? How long have you been in subto?
I joined subto on Tuesday, and I'm just getting into real estate as of now. That's why I responded to Myron's post, and I was like, look, I got to get out there. I got to meet people. So let's go. I'm ready to experience what y'all are doing.
Love it. So you joined subto on Tuesday?
Yeah, this past Tuesday.
And how long have you been doing real estate?
I have not really gotten into real estate. I've invested in funds and other things like that, but
so you're just starting. Brand new. I love it. Wow, I love this so much. This is amazing. So I'm just curious, what made you reach out to me? What made you reach out?
It was probably about 6 or 7 months ago. I saw y'all's interview. I was searching real estate, how to get into real estate, who should I follow, who should I learn from, and I found Pace. So I started looking at Pace's, all his social media, and trying to learn, and it's subject to seller finance. It was a lot of stuff. So then I was just scrolling through, and I saw an interview, and the interview was Myron and Carolyn, and how Myron just straight up quit his W-2 and went all in on real estate. And I thought about it, but I'm like, I don't have the guts to do that right now.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So yeah, I followed Pace, and I got in contact with Myron and Carolyn, and now I'm here on the way to Montgomery, Texas.
That's crazy, man. Let's see. So you're just starting, and you work at UPS.
Yes, I'm a UPS driver.
Awesome. So hours per day you can dedicate to real estate. What does that look like right now?
So I get to work about 8 in the morning and work till about 7:38 at night. So, but I can still throughout the day. I have time to always get on the phone, look up stuff. So probably like 2 or 3 hours a day.
2 or 3 hours a day.
And then the weekend, and then the weekends I'm off. So all Saturday and Sunday, I can dedicate to real estate.
Got it. So Saturday and Sunday, you can make your calls or whatever you need to do. And during the day, it's more. Can you get on calls during the day?
Yeah, I'll just put my earphone in, get what he said, and talk while I'm driving.
Oh, okay. Cool. So, what is your next? Like, what is something that you want to focus on in the next 90 days?
All right, so I joined Gator Lending. It was about 2.5 weeks ago. Set up my LLC, got my bank account, and contacted my business credit coach to get my DUNS number. It actually just got declined, but I'm gonna call him back and we're gonna get that fixed. And
so your DUNS number got declined?
Yes, okay, as of today. I'm on my way to meet Myron.
Got it.
But I'm gonna call him on Monday. It must be just some misunderstanding in the paperwork. And so I'm gonna build my line of credit, and I'm gonna start lending my credit out to start getting some income coming in. And that's what I want to do in the next 39 days is get into the game, start communicating with wholesalers, communicating with people in real estate, and just get my name out there. If nobody knows me, then I'm not gonna make any money. You have to know somebody. You have to put yourself out there to get into to real estate or anything you want to do in life.
Yeah. So for everyone who's watching, listen to what he's saying. He's just starting, and he wants to get his name out there. So when we get to the subto, he's gonna go live on his Instagram, right? And part of it is, if you're not telling people what you want, you're not gonna get anything, right? You're just gonna be consuming, and never taking action. And so jumping in this truck right today, I think is a good first step.
Definitely. And I am a consumer, so I know a lot of us are, and a lot of us just consume, and that's me right now. But I'm trying not to consume as much and take more action. That's why I set my LLC up. For beginners, I'm a beginner. You set your LLC up, get your bank account set up, and once you get those two things set up, it's time to take action. And so that's where I'm at right now, taking action.
So you're on your way, you're going through the Gator Lending thing, and look, if you had a line of credit, let's say you got a line of credit for $100K, what are you wanting to lend on? What kind of deals?
100K, the bigger deal, the better for me. But I want to start small because I want to learn how to get to do a transaction, how to with the send to escrow, with the send to title. I want to learn. So I would only lend $1,000 to $5,000 just so I can learn. And even if I don't make anything on my first deal, even if I at least I learn how the transaction works. That's really what I want to start out at.
Wouldn't it be cool if you did a Gator lend for $5K and you made $5K?
That'd be great.
That's your first deal?
That would be awesome.
That would be amazing.
Yes. 100% return within probably 30 days or less. That's crazy.
Hey, there's somebody watching at this very moment. Can you give me a comment that you can hear us okay or not hear us okay? I'm worried about all the background noise, and I didn't bring my mic. So give me a comment whether you can hear me, so that we can update what we are doing if we need to. Anyways, so Gator, so you're wanting to get a line of credit. All right, Aaron, thank you, buddy. You're wanting to get a line of credit, do a Gator lend, but you're waiting for your DUNS number to start all that process. Got it.
That's right.
And we were talking just a little bit before we went live. There are quite a few people, I would say, who have joined the subto community that are in your spot, that they haven't done a deal. They're just sitting. They think they have to go watch all the videos, all the modules before they do anything. They don't want to mess up. What do you think is, just from what you're saying, what is one thing they could do to help them get started?
Just you can't be scared. I mean, it's a scary feeling, but you just got to go out there. What's the worst that can happen? I mean, a deal falls through. I mean, and life happens. You gotta focus on what you want to do, and literally just go out and contact people, even if you don't have a deal. Call wholesalers, be like, hey, and even if you don't have the line of credit now, you can still contact wholesalers and be like, hey, I want to fund on earnest money, and if you don't have the money, you can go find somebody else. Somebody has the money inside the community, so you'd be like, hey, I got this deal from this wholesaler, and you just learn. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm contacting wholesalers like, hey, I'll fund your earnest money, I have funding, and I haven't got anything yet, but once they contact me with the deal, and it's a deal, be like, hey, I have a wholesale for $500 or $1,000 earnest money, and here you can take this from me. You just contact and just connect with people.
Yeah. So who are some people you've been connecting with in subto that have inspired you or pushed you?
I went to the DFW meetup in Fort Worth. I got in contact with Jabs and Zach and Shelly.
Yeah.
They're awesome. I'm actually working with Zach right now. I'm a UPS driver, so all the vacant houses around, I'm trying to get other drivers to tell me if you see vacant or rundown houses, give me the address and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm new to real estate. I don't know what to do, so I contact Zach and be like, hey, here's an address of a vacant house. See what can happen.
Love it. How many people do you have sending you houses?
I got about 10 drivers
that
drive around. Now, I've probably got a few addresses. I got about 10 addresses of vacant houses or just rundown houses in general.
That is amazing. You have 10 people. You have 10 driving for dollar people.
Basically. I don't even really know how to drive for dollars, but I guess that's what you did.
That's exactly it. Yeah. You're just looking for houses that look vacant. That's amazing. And so you take that list, you get it, or maybe they send you, like they'll text you an address or something like that, and you'll send it over to Zach. Is that basically what's happening?
Well, at first, if they send me the address, I kind of look it up online just to see where it's at, what it looks like, and I go on Zillow just to see what it would even be worth or anything like that. And then once I do that, Zach's working on one right now. I haven't sent him all the rest because I'm just going to see how this one goes.
Yeah.
And I'm just researching, trying to get the information. I actually I deliver in Decatur, and one of the houses is in Decatur. So I went to the tax office, got all the information from them about how much they owe on taxes and stuff like that. And then I contact Zach with that one.
So you're saying I need to put some due diligence in. Basically, I need to kind of get it ready for him. I'm not just going to blindly send addresses.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I want to learn. So I texted him. I said, hey, Zach, what else can I do for you to help you, help us get, figure out who the owner of this deal is? I know the house has been vacant for 2 years. I know they owe a lot on taxes, but I don't even know where to start. What do I need to do? And he's like, well, you can try to go to the tax office and see if you can get paperwork on how much they owe and where the owner lives. And then I figured out the owner was deceased. They owed a lot of back taxes, and their family lives in, I think it's like Washington or somewhere up north.
Got it. So you got all that information, or Zach kind of gave you directives, and you went and did them. I love it. So you figured out where the tax office is, went there, figured out how to look it up, all that stuff.
That's correct.
That's awesome.
And they know me too because I'm a UPS driver. So I walked in there like, hey, how can I help you? I'm actually looking at one of these houses. Let's see if if anybody owns it or how much they owe in taxes. They haven't paid taxes since it's like $30,000 in back taxes, and it's a small house.
Well, if you can get a small house for $30,000, that sounds decent.
That's what we're hoping for.
Just pay the back taxes and take it over. Yeah, that's amazing.
I actually drove by it yesterday, and I sat in front of it, took a video, and sent to Zach. I said, "Hey, I pass this house every day. How's it going?"
That's pretty cool, man. Well, I think that's pretty commendable. So, like, a couple things. You're talking to other people. You're talking to other UPS drivers about what you're doing. You're kind of putting now they know you as that PJ, the real estate guy, basically. And you're making a name for yourself with those people. And PJ and I were talking a little bit earlier about social media, and Pace gave us, me and Carolyn, some pointers. Like, we need to get better at doing YouTube. And so, think about your long form content. Think about what you can do to make things that are longer than our Instagram reel. You know what I mean? Or an Instagram story. Think about what you're doing, but also do the short form stuff and plan it out. This live right now, we just put it together. We didn't plan it. We didn't really script it. It's just we're doing an interview, basically, right? But when we get to the house, I want to do a couple things. I want to do a couple things that we script and make some short form stuff for our social media. I think that would be really fun. If you're wanting to get into real estate, basically, you want to start. You don't have to join subto. You can talk to PJ and send him some addresses, and he'll go figure out if they owe taxes or whatever, right? You can just link up with another student, and they will help you. They will give you ideas on what to go do next and help you along in the journey, right? And I don't know. For me, it's about 100 offers before we get a contract. And so, let's say, I think it's even more. If you find a vacant house, it's going to be even more before you are able to talk to that seller, right? So right now, you can't talk to your seller because the seller passed away. You're going to have to go figure out next of kin and all that stuff.
Yeah, we got their siblings' information. Zach's got it. He's actually reaching out to them this weekend to see if we can get in contact with them. Because if we don't get in contact with them, eventually it's going to go up for auction.
Right.
So,
right.
I mean, one way or the other, we could even pay them like, hey, we'll buy the house, we'll pay the back tax, we'll give you $1,000 or whatever, as long as, or whatever they want, as long as we can, take over. Because nobody's lived there for 2 years. It literally just sits there. There's no telling what the inside of the house looks like.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done.
Do you know what year it was built?
1980.
Well, it's not bad.
It's pretty sure.
We have one around our house that I think it's been sitting about the same amount or even longer. And this thing was built, I think, in like 50s or maybe late 40s, and stick built, and it needs to be torn down.
It's just the land.
Yeah. But she won't sell it to us.
She won't just sell it to you for the land?
She won't sell it to us. I don't know what the heck. She doesn't owe. She's having trouble making the tax payment, but it just sits there. She's like, it's not hurting anything. It's just sitting there.
Do you want some money?
Right. That's exactly it.
Take it off your head.
Okay, what else? So there's a meetup coming up on Monday, and PJ, you're gonna meet Pace.
I'm hoping to meet Pace.
You're going to.
Okay.
What do you want to talk to him about? He's not watching.
He's not watching.
He's not watching.
No, it's just just how encouraging he is. Just go meet people. And he puts himself so far out there. It's unreal. I don't right as of now. I don't feel like I could even put myself out there a little bit. I've never even done an Instagram live, which we're gonna change that today. I'm gonna do one at the house in Montgomery, and but he just puts himself so far out there, and I just it's it's inspiring to people to go out there and do deals, and it's so easy for him now because of all the work he put in, 10, 15 years ago. So I mean, he inspires people. He's a very genuine dude. I haven't even met him yet, but just from what I've heard from other people and seen, and he's a go-giver. He gives so much to his community and outside of his community. So I'm just pretty pumped to he's watching to see him.
He's watching. He's not watching. Hold on, the agent sent me a message. Hold on real quick. Somehow I clicked on mute. All right. So inspired by Pace, he puts himself out there. Me too, man. He does a lot. I think what he's taught me is that when you serve others or push others, like that is a lot of there's a lot of emotional income that comes from helping others, right? You want to do deals with other people, but like getting PJ to do his first Instagram live, and like I heard, I'm stumbling on my words, but last wholesale hotline when we were in Phoenix, Daniel Quijano said something that was it stuck with me. He's like, when you drop a pebble in the water, what happens? It creates a ripple effect, right? And so today we're taking PJ to Houston. He's going to do his first Instagram live. What is going to happen next? What's going to be the ripple effect to his life, right? He's going to be able to not go get, driving for deals, but going to close on some houses, get some passive income coming in, right? But you're an investor with Cardone. So you have a little bit of passive income coming in, but you're not gonna quit your job over that.
Definitely not. No. It was more of the stock market. I don't know what it's gonna do, so let me sell my stocks and I'll put in Cardone Capital. I have faith in what he's doing.
Yeah.
I feel safe over there.
Your money's safe because the stocks are gonna whatever they're gonna do. Yeah. This is gonna do nothing but go up. Cool. But Pace has done a lot for a lot of people. So Monday, make sure you get in front of them. I think it'd be cool if when we get there, I'll try to come up to me and we'll go up to him together if that helps. If you want.
Hey, I would be nervous too.
Yeah. So I was talking to PJ a minute ago. Like the first time I met Pace, Carolyn and I went to Phoenix and we did a drive along with him, and it was intense, right? He had the camera like up on my face, and he's like doing his content, how he does, like very high energy, and it's just kind of how he is. He has high energy. So I wonder in Dallas what his energy level is going to be like, because that's the last leg of his trip, right? It's the very last city that he's going to be in. Is he going to be high energy? Is he going to be like hiding in the corner? What's that going to be like? What do you think? I'm interested to see what he's what he's like.
I think he always has an idea for what I say.
Yeah. I guess we'll speak.
We're out here on the highway. We're just cruising. Everybody's passing us.
Yes, person blew by, but like going probably 90 miles an hour. But let's see what else is going on. So also, who are some other people in subto that you're talking with? Zach, Jabs. We love Zach and Jabs, by the way.
So those are the first two people I met. I actually met Diego Salazar.
Yeah.
I met him at the meetup as well. So I've talked to him a few times through Instagram. And yesterday, it was yesterday or the day before, Eddie Charger put some on Instagram saying, hey, if you or Facebook, reach out, if you're new and have a talk. So I just put my info in there. So I had like a 15, 20-minute conversation with Eddie. Yesterday was great. He explained like wholesale, he has so many businesses, but the wholesale business, how it works, and just clarifying what I want to do, where I want to start. So I talked to him, and that was great.
Love Eddie.
He seemed like a great dude. I just love the community. Everybody you talk to is so open, they have so much knowledge too, because Pace just gives so much knowledge to everybody. Everybody puts in the work. Everybody knows what's going on. If they don't exactly know exactly what's going on, they're going to find somebody in the community that knows what's going on.
Right. Yes. So I get sent land deals once in a while, and I've tried to do land, and it's just a different animal, right? Just different market completely. But I know several people that do land, and sorry, this guy was waving his hands around. But send your, if you're not experienced, here's the thing. Here's where I got stuck is I was trying to be a little bit. I was trying to put on bigger pants than I really should have when I started. I thought I could dispo. I thought I could dispo nationwide, and just figure it out, right? I'm part of the subto community, the best community on the planet. I can figure this thing out. And honestly, what we should have done was just partner with somebody else. Hey, I'll go bird dog. I'll go find deals and partner with somebody else to do dispo. Pretty much how you're doing. Get with Zach, get with somebody who is doing deals, and link up with them. It's going to change your life.
Yeah, he told me send him all the things.
Yeah.
If any dropper sends me a bacon house, I'll look through it and I'll send it. So we can go from there. He has the secret weapon to finding people for vacant houses.
Oh yeah.
Information.
Sweet. So he can skip trace vacant houses and figure out who next to kin is and all that stuff. So that's amazing. So Zach Shelley, shoot, I don't know Zach Shelley's Instagram. I think he has something. Let's look it up. Zach Shelley, Jabs, and Christopher Crump, all out of Dallas. We love those guys. Doing a lot for the community. They do meetups once a month, and it is like working meetups. So you're calling agents, you're going over underwriting, you're doing connecting with other people. It's pretty amazing. What's Zach's Instagram?
It's Zach Shelley _ ZACHSHELLEY _
Love it.
Great dude.
Yeah, we love those guys. They're doing a lot for us. I was talking to Jabs last night. I think I talked to Jabs 2 times or 3 times yesterday about some deals that we're working on. So for sure, we love those guys. Let's see what else.
People here that basically, if you don't have the money or capital to join subto, you don't have to. The only reason I really joined is, well, there's a bunch of reasons, but one of the reasons I wanted to know more. I wanted to learn more. So I'm like, I want to get into the course and I want to learn. So I see people do the deals, and you connect with people, but you don't know really what they're doing behind the scenes. And so that's why I joined Data Lending, started figuring out how you do transactions. And I haven't actually done the transaction really just from watching the videos and learning. But I don't know, like you said, dispo. Can you like explain like disposition, stuff like that? Like just things that rookies or people that just get real estate they don't fully understand.
Yeah. So think about a wholesale business. Wholesaling is where, let's say you call a seller and you get the house under contract for $100,000, and you are going to sell that contract to Zach Shelley for 115, right? So you're going to make a $15,000 spread to him, right? So he's going to pay you 115. You're going to pay 100 to the underlying seller, and you're going to keep the 15, right? That's essentially wholesaling. So there's a couple parts. Acquisitions are the people who go find those deals. So you have 10 people going around and acquiring deals. They're finding the leads, right? And you're doing your part in a dispo way, sort of. You're dispoing it over to Zach, sort of, right? I'm trying to keep it narrow. So you have somebody who would buy it, and you have about 10 other people doing acquisitions. They're finding it, and you're doing disposition to the buyer, because let's say Zach is going to buy it.
So disposition is just finding the buyer.
Just finding the buyer. People, you want to have people in your organization that are finding the lead, and you want to have people in your organization that find the buyers. It can be you. You can do the acquisitions, you can do the underwriting, you can do the dispositions. But once you get, what if you had 100 leads in your text messages? Like, shoot, it's enough work to go figure out all these deals, and now I have to turn around and go figure out who's going to buy these things. All the while, I'm getting more messages in my inbox, and I'm basically having to put a stopper on all that while I figure out who's going to buy these things. And it's a good idea to have a couple people in your conveyor belt, right? Even someone getting the leads, and then maybe you're doing the underwriting. Is basically what you're doing. Is this a deal? Yes or no? You're underwriting, and then you're sending it over to Zach for disposition. So you could even have an underwriter in there who makes sure, oh, hey, we need to lock this thing up at 100K, right? And so you're sending it. So basically, for your deal is you're sending it to Zach, saying, hey, I think we need this at 100K, but can you confirm? And he's gonna say, no, bro, it needs to be at 80. That kind of stuff. But there there are a lot of little words that come up in wholesaling. Like, we try to make our own words, I guess, right? Acquisitions, dispositions, subto, seller carry, notes, all these things. Multifamily is even worse. It's even crazier. But let's see. I got stuck. So you're connecting with Eddie Charger. So when you connected with Eddie Charger, did he say, "Hey man, send me deals," or it was just like, "Let me help you get started"? What was that conversation like?
It was a real smooth conversation. He's just basically like, "What are you doing? Where are you at?" And I told him I just wrote something on Tuesday. He said, "Okay." He told me first thing he told me was go watch the Avatar video. He said, "Kind of figure out, what avatar are you, and I'm like, what avenue do you want to get into real estate?" He says, when you go to subto, there's going to be so many different people doing so many different things, and you got to just find what your niche is, because you can't successfully do them all at the beginning. Eventually, when you get to that level, you can. But he said basically just picking that you want to be a closer, do you want to be a wholesaler, do you want to do wholesale business and cash. Like, wholesale is cash today, buy and holds cash in flow eventually throughout every month. multifamilies 3 to 5 years. So he said, well, I need to start small. So that's why I'm starting gator lending. And now to get cash back within 30 days or less is where I'm starting.
So gator lending is something I'm pretty sure Pace coined this phrase, gator lending. And basically what that means is when you are buying a house, you're going to have to put down earnest money, right? And on a wholesale deal, it's typically it can be 1,000, it can be what it is. And so PJ is going to lend you that money for a return. When you close your wholesale deal, you're going to get that. I hope you make more than 5,000, but you're going to get that 5,000 plus some, and he's going to take a little bit of a piece of that for lending you that money. And that's gator lending, because gators like to they're rolling into more deals. He's going to lend you 5,000. He's going to make whatever he's going to make back. I hope he makes another 5,000 back. That's my goal, is to have his first deal be 100% return. That'd be nice. So then you would take that 10,000 and go do 2 more deals, right? And then take that and go do 3 more deals. Blah 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 blah. That's the gator lending, because you roll into the next deal. You roll and keep rolling, and you're stacking your cash behind you, right?
There's a few different names I've found, like micro lending or transactional lending. So
yeah.
There's a lot of names, but Pace made it gator lending. That's what it is.
Yeah. There's other ways, like if you're going to double close, there are some people that doing wholesale, they don't want the agent or the seller to know what they're making, right? So if you're going to do like $100,000 assignment, you want to close on that deal and then sell it to your buyer and close again. And so you might need that gap funding or that transactional funding for that first close in order to get it to the second close, right? And so there's a lender for you on that first close. Hey, I need $300,000 or whatever it is to fund my first close, and you'll get it back when we close the second time. And I'll give you 10%, whatever it is, right? If you're going to make $100,000, you can probably give them a couple thousand or whatever it is, right? Which there are lenders for that stuff too. What I found is a lot of lenders want speed. I want money fast. Multifamily is not that, right? And doing little lending gigs where you get your money back in 30 days or on double close, it can be within that week. People want, and so when you're doing your underwriting for lending and talking to lenders, they want to know from front to back, what is my money doing and how fast am I going to make it back? What's my cash on cash return? How fast am I making my money? And if you don't have those answers, then people are going to move on, right? So I was talking to somebody, they said, hey, I need $50,000 for this deal. I said, what's their return? I don't know. Like, well, you need to figure that out. You need to figure out what you're doing. Otherwise, you're just, you need to think through your deal before you go ask people for money. Well, you're going to get your money back in 3 months, 3 days, whatever it is, right? You're going to get your money back at this amount of time, and this is what you're going to make in return: 10%, 12%, 5%, whatever it is. Are you offering equity? Are you offering no equity? Like, think through your deal. Start pitching it, and people are going to be like, well, no, I would do it for this, right? I want 50%. I want 50% return and 20% equity and blah, 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 blah. But if you don't come up with it first, no one's going to even pay attention. In my opinion, no one's going to pay attention because you haven't thought through your deal. So if you haven't thought through your deal, I don't want to lend on it because I don't know what my money's going to do. That's how I feel anyway.
And then I just learned recently about double closes. They can happen the same day. So literally they could buy it, close, sell it, close, and you can make that money like that. And that's what really got me into like thinking about lending and how quick the returns are.
I love it. So, Gator lending the one we're driving to Montgomery. I have a lender on it. She lent $46,000 for 6 months. So we have 6 months to. Oh, Carolyn says we're messed up. We're gonna redo it.